try not to make this make loads of noise. So, welcome to Volks Monster Interactive. This is our new studio. We've spent some money. We've got some new members who we're sort of testing out. We've got him on the end with his Christmas jumper. Obviously, this is Christmas time, so there'll be a present at the end of this for everyone. Next to me is Harvey, who I think you saw on the last Volks Monster Interactive. And then obviously we've got the old crusty one, which is Mark. Mark's obviously suffering with his age and has got a frozen shoulder or willy or something. I don't know. Anyway, some new features on the programme today. So the first thing that we've got is we've got letters from EV owners, which is a new thing. So people... It's written like a letter, but came via email. So is that a letter or is it an email?
I think it's a love letter, to be honest.
Yeah. A love letter? Who's sending you love letters?
I don't know. EV owners, by the sounds of it.
Well, yeah, quite.
Yeah. They love me.
So we'll have the usual format. Well, they always love you.
Yeah.
They love me more.
Probably, you've got hair. So.
Well, exactly. Obviously, Harvey did have hair about a week ago and then decided to cut it off. I've warned him against wearing grey tracksuits and things because otherwise people think he's escaped from either an asylum or probably Pentonville.
The ankle collar.
Yeah, it's got it. I got it off. I got it off today actually.
Oh, well,
so in time for this.
We're based in Torbays. Everyone wears a tracksuit.
Yeah.
So anyway, moving on. Basically, we've got Benedict at the end with the Larry Christmas jumper, who Harvey absolutely loves.
Yeah.
Obviously, Mark has his usual pirate attire on, and we'll crack on. So first up, we have this week's stories. So who wants to go first? I've got to find it first. Bear with me a sec.
Who wants to take the lead? Who wants to be dominant and go for it?
Who wants to go first?
Go on, I'll go for it.
Okay, it's landed on you. So, true to form, Pirate Man, it's not a boat. It's a motorbike.
It's a motorbike. So, yeah, I was at an event with ZPN last week at Battle Labs in Wimborne, or Beer to be more precise. And these guys are exhibiting there with electric motion. So they've got a bit of a trials history and a trials background previously. But French Special Forces are now starting to use these as a
to run away?
To run away, yep.
Because obviously it's a really quick way to run away.
It's very quick.
Because they're
incredibly powerful.
Of course, French Special Forces are known for only working 9 to 5 as well.
9 to 5, yeah.
They're as bad as the Germans.
So these guys are using these as replacements for the Surons.
Which were Chinese.
There's some sensitivity around Special Forces using Chinese-derived troop transport, so this is the solution. And hoping to get my hands on one of these and play with it very soon.
But Chinese is an interesting concept because obviously the Ukrainians are using Chinese technology to beat the shit out of Russia with Chinese drones. Anyway, so did you get to have a go on it?
I didn't, unfortunately, no, but they do have they've got a proving ground up in Clitheroe, about 200 acres.
Did you say Clitheroe?
Clitheroe. Okay. Interestingly,
that would definitely rub on your Clitheroe, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Interestingly, they had a French salesman there, their sales director, and he pronounced it rather unfortunately. So.
Did he walk in and say, "Can I have a?" And any of you not old enough to know the Peter Sellers reference, how have you two youngins never watched a Peter Sellers film?
Is this a Bearn?
Is this a Burn?
I think this will be popular in Torbay though with the old drug dealers and stuff.
Well, they already ride Surons, so it's probably an upgrade. Although it will be hideously expensive if it's
exactly.
This compared to a Suron, this was incredibly expensive.
Should we also
around about 3 times the price?
So, but there's also the other unfortunate thing with French and electric, right? Renault don't exactly have the best reputation. Oh, this is not a reference to their EVs particularly, but Renault cars in the past have always been a bit of a...
And the Italian.
Only the Italians. They obviously did it for flair.
Yeah, it's the flair, isn't it?
Yeah.
So,
A little bit of spice.
so aside from rubbing on your clitoris, Mark, anything else you want to report about that? And the fact the French are
No,
gonna
just
use-
that I'm itching to get my hands on it. That.
Oh, good. And obviously, no injuries like Simon Cowell did with the serum, where he basically broke his back and gave himself a stroke or something.
Fucking hell.
You don't know that? Yeah. Someone took him a serum to his house in Los Angeles, and he basically fell off it in his driveway and broke his back.
Simon Cowell?
Yeah.
Jesus.
I think
That is serious.
it probably gave him a new excuse to have new teeth.
Yeah, I mean, he looks
I
like
pick trousers.
he looks like something out of a horror film at the moment, doesn't he?
I don't know.
His face like stretched back like
I
that.
haven't seen it.
Yeah.
When have you been watching Simon Cowell?
Oh, it was on this like little. It wasn't actually him. It was this little skit of Tango Ice Blast. Have you seen it?
No.
Where they get a lookalike of Simon Cowell. I think it's like Ed Sheeran and Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah.
And he's like dancing in the car park drinking a Tango Ice Blast. And then Ed Sheeran.
This sounds
comes in.
remarkably like the sort of stupid shit that we produce.
Yeah, so it is.
Stupid shit that we produce. Yeah, so it's similar to that.
Similar to that, I think we should almost get in contact.
Yeah.
But I ended up searching up Simon Cowell to see if
Yes,
he actually
what's
looked like
that?
that, and he does. So this guy's gone to the effort to look just like Simon Cowell.
He's
Which
gone
just
to
shows-
the
effort.
effort.
Which just shows you how sad some people's lives are. But
Yeah, it's
know.
not stunt.
Obviously, Benedict has gone to the trouble of looking like Hans Gruber from Die Hard. So if you're watching this channel later, closer to Christmas, spoiler alert, Hans Gruber is in the building.
he is. I say. You'll get it if you see it. You'll get it.
So next story is, I think, one from you, Harvey, which I did laugh at briefly. Bear me a second. Why is it not coming
Briefly laugh at.
up?
It's one of those ones where you
there
click
you go.
on the link and go, oh, that's funny, and close it off. Don't watch it.
Right, so give us the background to this story.
So, as it says, there's a random woman who's decided to use a random guy's vehicle charger. And she seems
Sorry, say that again.
a random woman
Yeah. Sorry, say that again.
has decided to charge her car a random guy's charger, his own home charger.
Sorry, say that again. Sorry, say that again. Wait a minute, we can watch it and get the gist. And then...
Yeah, the subtitles, so. There you go. There we go. That allows us to go.
Okay, but like I'm not at home and you're using my charger.
That's even better. You're not at home. That means you're not going to have your car here.
Sorry, is he also... Hang on a second.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying that's my charger.
I think he's on a ring doorbell.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's on the ring doorbell. I didn't even realise that.
he's actually talking to her while she's on a ring doorbell.
Yeah.
She's on his driveway.
And he's not
talking
in
to
there.
the ring doorbell.
Astonishing.
Yeah. Why is this deciding not? Why is this deciding that he wants to work? Come see my friend.
Oh, Lucy, not Juicy Lucy.
Her friend hasn't got a charger apparently, so she's decided to use big.
Well, what we can say about this is that it's quite astonishing. Is this the equivalent if you had a wood burner or someone coming up and cutting down a tree in your garden and
then sticking it in
and then putting it in their wood burner?
You're using your electrical facility. You're actually, I'm testing it out, making sure it's right.
No, but you're using my but you're using my electrical facility.
Yes, I am, and I'm very grateful. Right. I know you.
See, it just shows you like.
So basically,
roaming the streets.
there are people literally roaming the streets,
Yeah.
stealing your EV charger.
Yeah. And your money.
Well,
Just shows you that. In
the
daylight.
gall of that Karen is quite something.
It is. Yeah. She's got some front.
She definitely has some front. That's She also drives a Tesla.
Yeah, that's
Ah,
a little
there you
bit.
go.
So what can we say? Do we have any advice for the gentleman?
Put the lock on it.
Yeah, this is the thing. At least he's got a ring doorbell, otherwise he wouldn't have known, would he?
No.
So he's doing something right.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, do you know what? Maybe what we should do is go around to people's ring doorbells and use their stuff.
Yeah, maybe. Ryan's got one. Maybe
Shall
we
we
should
go
go outside
outside his house?
Yeah.
And do something?
Yeah, why not?
Right, that's the plan. We will play that at some point in the future, where we go around to someone's house and use something in their garden, and then ask them what's their problem. Talking of
Forward to planning this one.
yeah, absolutely. So, talking of which, Teslas have now, in between catching fire, have obviously decided to use them for touring cars. And this is actually the new Tesla touring car, probably going to be used in the, I think it's in the inaugural season of electric racing, as they say. Interestingly, it's in Nutstorp. I'm assuming that's somewhere near Germany, with a name like that.
Yeah.
But do you know the one outside? What have you noticed about this Tesla? Come on, boys.
It's got a roll cage in
It's
it.
got, yeah.
possibility.
Oh, the roll's good.
It's had a little bit of body kit added.
There's a spoiler on the back.
No, you've missed the really obvious thing. And Mr. Gigawallet would be really disappointed. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on, Benedict, you've got an eye
Yeah, come on.
I do.
for colour and such
I was
like.
going to say the colour, yeah, it's been.
Aside from looking like a giant turd, actually it's probably the first not white Tesla in history.
Yeah, it is.
Still got a bit of white in it.
Yeah, look, it's still showing through, but in between trying to turn it into a giant turd, they have, it's not white. Obviously, I don't know what the other Teslas that are going to be used are for, but there is also another interesting thing.
No screening wheel.
They've removed the giant screen, but they've also given it a speedo, which actually you can use.
Actually see.
And it's also given you buttons on the steering wheel, which you can also see. Sacre bleu!
Yeah.
What would Gigawallet say?
Yeah.
So basically,
It has got a furry colour though, when I look at it.
it has a very furry steering wheel.
Yeah.
I don't know when the last time you had a furry cover, Mark, but the brilliance of that is that they've undone almost every innovation that Gigawallet created. So, well done.
Judas.
Brilliant. So, at least the driver will be able to turn the windscreen wipers on without actually having a crash. So, which brings us, talking of crashes and such like, brings us neatly on to
Is this the letter?
the letter. Yeah, so
Oh, here we go.
So I've got it here. I didn't really read it in very much detail, but I kind of skimmed it and went,
Oh my god.
right? So,
Prepare yourself, guys. Prepare yourselves.
well, okay. So it's from Cheryl Stacksit from Bolton.
Stacks it.
Stags it. God damn.
I don't know if it says,
For the crash.
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know if it's actually stacks it or stack shit or
Stack shit.
stack. I'm not quite sure how it's said. Obviously, if you live in Bolton, you will know how that's said. So, what can I say? Dear Volts Monster Interactive,
That's us.
yeah, I wonder if you can help me with my latest predicament. On a very long journey recently, my car started to inform me that I only had 11 miles left of range in teaming down rain. I parked up my little electric car, now that there's not so much space to swing a cat in, an Ami, and it can be somewhat claustrophobic when sat alone, and super conscious of the rain beating down on your window with no music playing and your wipers off, as all you need is charge.
Turn the stove off.
How loud the raindrops are. It's almost, do you know what?
It's very poetic.
It's almost like a poem.
Yeah, I said it's going to be a bit of a fruity love letter.
Yeah.
Radio 1 back in the day,
yeah.
before they had loads of northern presenters. And
They ruined it now.
oh,
And pedos.
they had lots of pedos.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I remember back there that one of them was called Mark and Lard. I can't remember which one's in prison, but one of them, I believe, I can't remember. But anyway.
As long as they're in prison, that's the only thing that matters.
Yeah, absolutely. But they were northern.
Yeah.
So I asked, what is a girl to do when a fellow EV driver pulls up in his equally lacking in-charge vehicle, also looking bored shitless? Both there steaming up our windows, losing our sanity. Now we obviously produce a whole series of things which is called What to Do While Your EV Charges.
Mm-hmm.
You can probably see where this is
Where
going.
this is going.
Yeah.
Yes, bored shitless, admiring how steamy the car beside me's windows have got in such a short space of time, I decided to put on a flashlight on my phone and start to flash it on and off before this long, shadowy outline was at my window. That's the sort of thing he does to people.
Yeah, bless him. With his spotlight.
Yeah, but it's
Military grade tool.
yeah, I've got a very large military grade spotlight.
Yeah, I mean, mate, you might as well use it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Forget Diet Coke break, this man was an Adonis. Before long, he'd swept me off my feet into the pouring down rain and away from the deafening sound of it beating on my roof. Is that a euphemism?
I mean, that's what I thought. Yeah.
Before long, there was a whirlwind of passion. Stripy bed runners strewn across the navy patterned carpet. Both of us banging like a pair of castanets. And for much longer than necessary in the throes of passion, as we knew the bad boy of the Charger was going to take a long old time. Neither of us wanted to have to listen in the rain to our windows or sit in the dark, so we kept at it. This brings a whole new meaning to our what to do while your EV charges.
Yep.
Let's go dogging. Seeing the golden arches of McDonald's and the gym, might as well just go to the car park, get a bit of dogging out of the way, tick it off the list, and then go to the gym after. Then McDonald's.
Who needs the gym if you're just going to go dogging?
Exactly. Bit of lifting, because you got to, you know,
Well, they're all
bit of cardio. So it's all in one. If you want to get my program, I've got a program for it. It's $39.99. So
we've got.
You know
we've
where I am.
actually got the Dogging University.
yeah. So you know where I am. Dogginguniversity.com. Just Harvey Williams. You know to find me.
Oh, lucky them.
Yeah.
Right. Anyway, we carry on.
Yeah.
So this gets to the crux of it. Now, some weeks later, I find myself with a bun in the oven. I need to know where I stand. Do you think I should contact GridServe and give them a piece of my mind?
Yeah.
Wouldn't this be a situation if their charges were so shite that and I am all for where there's a blame, there's a claim. Please, Volts Monster, give me your slant.
I think it'd be very unfortunate if she did give birth and named the child after a service station.
Oh, well, called Toddington. Because obviously this is lost on YouTube, so my phone is now ringing. The boss of GridServe is called Toddington.
Toddington.
Yeah.
So first and second name.
Named after a service station.
He was named after a service station.
Oh, lucky guy.
Look, but to be honest, for him, it could have been much worse. He could have been called Watford Gap.
Yeah.
Or Gordano.
Good on
Yeah.
yeah.
Which is a-
Gordano.
Or Road Chef.
Yeah.
But so yeah, what advice can we give her, Benedict?
I think if GridServe were to supply condoms, then maybe, that would have prevented the bun in the oven.
Yeah.
But,
They would have.
Grid
The little
sleeves.
vending machine.
yeah, the vending machine. Yeah.
GridServe
Yes,
branded
yeah.
condoms.
Yeah.
That's
Beside the
very-
charger. You want to make some more money?
Exactly, yeah.
Because obviously there's the other risks as well of like dogging risks.
Yeah, STDs and all that shit.
Yeah. There is a car actually called an STD.
Is there?
Yeah. Mondeo, the Ford Mondeo came out and they called it an STD. Very unfortunate. But anyway, that goes back. It was diesel. So hence.
Yeah.
So anyway, if you're in the EV world, that probably is.
Oh yeah,
something
Ford
to do.
STD. Yeah.
So you've just got
Yeah, I've just got it. Yeah.
Okay, so any other advice for the young lady from Bolton?
I'd have to say, in her defence, if you run out of charge in the dark in an Ami, I wouldn't want to be sat there in an Ami with the lights out because you're going to get, I was going to say stoved in, but obviously did. But
Yeah. You just
because Amis have got really flappy doors.
you just pray.
So maybe she should have kept her flappy doors a bit less flappy.
Yeah. Close those, I'm not going to say it.
So do we have one summary of advice? Because this could have gone a whole lot worse.
it could have done.
Like, obviously, at the point there was someone stood at a window, obviously Benedict was at the service station again.
Yeah. I do remember
that would be slightly terrifying. And in an Ami where you can't run away, even very fast, that's quite something. But overall, do we have one core piece of advice apart from buy a dogging university subscription and get some advice on meeting people in car parks?
Yeah. I mean, and getting a workout in at the same time.
Getting a workout? Well, she clearly got a workout.
Yeah, she clearly did. I mean, how many hours was that? She didn't even say.
It didn't say.
I
don't know what the minimum time you can rent a Premier Inn or a travel lodge.
Yeah.
But Mark, anything else to add?
I think I would say always carry the number of your local ZAPME agent for exactly these circumstances.
Well, that brings us on to a point. Obviously, our friends at ZPN Energy run ZAPME, and obviously they could come out and plug up and provide us some juice.
Yeah. Plug the backside and get it done.
Different types of zapping.
Obviously it gives you a different kind of zapping. So overall, ladies from Bolton who drive Amis, be a bit more careful, I think. So if you have a problem and no one else knows how to solve it, email us, info@voltsmonster.com with your letter to tell us what your problem is, and each week we will read one out. Obviously we do get some which come through that are a bit abusive, so obviously we may read them out as well. Particularly obviously where they're about iDie 3 reviews. So we've got back to this point, which is I was questioning the car that Mark drives on the basis he basically drives a car that old people drive. And given we live in Devon, there are many of those. He basically drives a Suzuki Swift with fat wheels. But I think what we were basically saying about this before we were rudely interrupted by our technical problems is Sila is a EV battery startup. They've done a load of work with Panasonic. They already charge, those stupid bracelet watch things that don't actually tell you the time but do tell you whether you're alive and how long you slept. They're already in one of those. They haven't caught fire, anything like that. So Tesla has signed up for it with Panasonic, what we hear. But the first car out with their tech will be the Lander Wagon, whatever it is. EQG G-Wagon, which sounds like a lot.
Yeah, it does. It's overkill.
Any views on that, beyond it being huge, drug dealer-esque?
Well, the alloys don't help, do they?
No, but they're like all EV alloys, which means they're ugly. The only funny enough, Mercedes make one of the nicest looking EV
they do.
Alloy wheels. It's on the EQC. Has a very nice set of alloys. As for the rest of them, they're ugly as sin. Actually, while we're on this website, which is Electrek, credit where credit's due, actually one of the better EV websites, we see a CYBERTRUCK, which is a car designed by a 5-year-old being towed back onto a road by an F-150. Obviously, Rivian, if you're watching, I'm sure this is on your social media, and you wouldn't be seen dead doing such things. But don't you just think that the Cybertruck is a bit.
Nice.
1980s?
It is. It's just like it's one of those things that if this was to be made by a Jerry Anderson set model maker, he'd take it back and say, "That's shit." Give it
He
another
would
go."
actually say it's too square.
It's too square, definitely.
And talking of Jerry Anderson, we have been thinking whether there's a nickname for our new colleague here, who's had come by very many nicknames,
Yeah.
like Eggs, Cabbage Patch. Not my suggestions. So in an employment tribunal, he cannot sue me. These are what other people have said outside of work, and we couldn't possibly condone that.
But he's going up the levels though. He's levelling up each week.
I
But
think this one tops it. I think.
I think Virgil Tracy from Thunderbird
Yeah.
actually is Benedict.
I think he needs to come in clean shaven at some point.
Yeah, I do.
So welcome to your new nickname, Virgil.
Thank you.
Not to be mistaken for Virgin.
No.
That may well be the case, and that's entirely your choice if that's the way you've gone.
Yeah.
But
Gone down the dark side.
yeah.
Follow
The
that.
last time Mark went down the dark side, it was Belinda with the large boobies.
Oh jeez.
Because obviously, if you know anything about us, and you've watched from the beginning, you'll know that Mark used to edit a porn mag. That was when obviously he was left-wing Marxist. Now he's a middle class twat who lives in Totnes. Fair
enough.
Fair description.
What a journey.
There's a story on that journey.
Yeah.
That's a story.
It's basically gone from like dreads, living in a bedsit,
Yeah.
to now just shouting at people in the street
Yeah.
for doing things that are normal, like parking a car, or using someone else's EV charger without permission.
Yeah.
So he might also change his name from Pirate to Karen.
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 There you go.
Can't even say
Actually, I like Pirate Karen. Actually,
Pirate Karen. They're
Yeah.
the-
Karen the Pirate.
Kind of pirate.
So does that mean you're transitioning now
I wonder what the male
from
equivalent is.
a pirate to a Karen?
I do wonder what the male equivalent is of a Karen. Oh, there must be like a stereotypical name.
it's got to be a Trevor. And,
Yeah, Trevor,
No, it's Wayne, isn't it?
Wayne, Jeremy, maybe.
No, it's Wayne.
Jeremy.
It's got
No.
Wayne has got to take. Wayne has
Yeah,
always
Wayne.
had a weird
What
connotation.
about Chris?
But obviously, we were talking earlier about the child being named after the service station.
Oh.
It could ultimately be Toddington.
Yeah, could be Toddington, could be worse.
So, but in all seriousness, your new nickname is Virgil. We've all voted. But obviously, there's been no dissent apart from you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But your new challenge each week is to find a new character that looks like you. So we've already, as we've seen this week, we've had Hans Gruber.
Yep.
Next week, this week, we now have Virgil, and let's see where it goes. Next week might be one of the Likely Lads or some other.
I mean, come on the journey with us. You know?
Yeah, come on the journey,
Get involved.
see the many
Send us
faces
your suggestions.
of Virgil.
Yeah, definitely get involved. Drop it in the comments.
So
Or any of us, to be honest.
yeah, absolutely.
You know, so-
You can look us all up. Harvey has his own sort of gay times.
Yeah, I do. I'm proud of it.
Show and tell TikTok
I'm proud
kind
of
of. What's that other stupid thing that teenagers do? Oh, Snapchat.
it. Instagram. But that's not really a teenager thing, that's just a...
Yeah, no, but you're on Snapchat, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm on Snapchat, yeah, so if you want to get in contact, you know.
Yeah, look him up and you'll see him in all his glistening roadside attire.
Yeah, you will.
But if you like what we do, like, subscribe, click on the bell, follow us, throw sticks at us, whatever you want to basically
Abuse
do.
us, anything. You know, we like it.
No,
Turns us on.
abuse one of these. I take enough abuse as it is already.
Yeah.
But if you like what we do, obviously like and subscribe. We are launching some new features on the channel, giveaways, that sort of stuff, tech stuff. If you subscribe in the next couple of weeks up to Christmas, we'll give you 5 entries into our competition, which will run in the new year, and you can only come out richer from that.
Yeah.
Unless, of
Get
course,
involved.
you get one of Virgil's other sets or one of his jumpers.
Yeah. Because you could win this jumper if you really want to.
Actually,
We won't raffle it.
I'll tell you what we'll do. We will raffle this jumper. So if you subscribe, you can win that jumper.
Yeah. We won't wash it or anything. We'll just keep that scent.
Look,
Give us a spin. There we go. Gryffindor.
Gryffindor.
Living in a Muggle world.
Love hunters not included.
Yeah, not included. No.
So for an entry into this, subscribe, send it to 5 of your friends, and you could be the proud owner of that jumper for Christmas. We'll announce the winner just before Christmas.
Yeah.
So lucky you.
Yeah, lucky you guys.
Lucky.
Old Virgil's happy about
He
that.
is happy about it. I think it calls for a dab, but
Yeah, he's got to do his old dab. Is it like that?
Go for it,
So that looks a bit like a terrapin.
yeah. There we go. There we go. True
Brilliant.
Virgil fashion as well.
Yeah.
That's all, folks, and we'll see you next time.
Take care, guys.
Take care.